What's up? I'm Aaron, the Sober Life Coach. I'm a coach out there, and I've been sober for the past 7 years, and I'm living an alcohol-free lifestyle, and it is my advantage in my work and my life and everything in between. If you want tips and tricks on alcohol-free lifestyle, you're in the right place. Please subscribe to this channel. And today we're going to be talking about the drinking habit loop, or what it is, and how we can uncover this, because it's one of those things that people don't see, and what we can't change, what we don't see, and it's all about awareness when you first start quitting drinking. And that's how I help people do to uncover these lies and uncover these habit loops, unconscious habit loops in their life to change their lives and live an alcohol free lifestyle. So we're going to jump into it. This is the drinking habit loop that we're going to share with you guys today. So right here is the drinking habit loop. So we have a trigger, right? This is where we start. We start with a trigger. These can be emotional, these can be situational, these could be things in our lives that cause us to have a certain feeling, and that's where alcohol became the solution, right? For me, it was anxiety. So if I have a little bit of anxiety, social anxiety, talking to my wife, talking about things I don't really feel comfortable with, I'm going to have that trigger in my life. So I have that trigger, whatever that trigger is for you. It could be social, situation, environmental. There's some common triggers out there. So you have that trigger, and then you go up here and you have the drink, right? The drink is here, and it gives you you have that drink, and you get down here, you get the short-term reward of feeling a little bit better, right? You feel like you've been relieved. The things in your life are getting a little bit better. That relief is coming to you, but it's only short term, right? And that's the problem with alcohol. It gives you a short-term reward. And there's a lot of things out there that can give you long-term rewards as well, but the alcohol gives you a short-term reward. You get a little bit of relief, but what happens is that relief doesn't last very long, and you continue drinking, continue drinking, continue drinking, and then the next day, for me, it was the long-term cost. Now, as a high performer, maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you're a speaker, maybe you're a coach, maybe you're one of these people that's out there doing things, telling people how to live their lives, and you're secretly struggling with this. This is where I was too. I was out there telling people, live your life, set some goals, do all these great things with your life, and I was not following through on my end. And I was the worst thing in about that was I wasn't keeping the promises to myself, and I was out there. I was a hypocrite, right? I was out there telling people how to live their lives, but secretly I was struggling with this. This was a conflict I was having, and that long-term cost didn't really catch up to me for a long time. I was a problem drinker for 18 years. I was a daily drinker for the last, I think, about 2 years. I was a daily drinker. I was pretty close to being physically dependent. There's levels to drinking, right? And you don't want to get physically dependent, because then you can get shakes, tremors, those kinds of things. You can have to have seek medical attention. There's all sorts of bad stuff that happens when you're physically dependent. But I was definitely a problem drinker on the path to becoming physically dependent on alcohol. I was able to quit cold turkey and to stop, but I'm very lucky that I stopped there. I want to catch you guys at that problem drinker stage or before that, so you guys don't have these long-term costs. Long-term costs can be financial, relationships. Losing relationships could be losing relationships with your kids. It could be losing your career, doing something really bad that you can't come back from. Those are the long-term costs, and some of those things kind of build up underneath until you have a long-term cost, and that's what most people call rock bottom, right? They say I hit rock bottom. Well, rock bottom was these long-term costs adding up over time, and then you have your big moment. So you don't want to get there. So that's what alcohol does. It gives you the short-term reward and the long-term cost, and then you go back to drinking again, because now you're still having the trigger. You haven't dealt with what these triggers or put better things in place right here on this level, and then you continue the cycle of drinking and going around and around and around in the circle. And this is what we call Groundhog Day, and this is where a lot of people are stuck. I was stuck there for 18 years. Drink, short-term reward, long-term cost. Drink, short-term reward, and these long-term costs don't actually show up right away. Sometimes maybe you're in a gray area where you're just having a couple too many drinks, but what is it costing you, right? Is it costing you business? There's someone out there, if you're an entrepreneur, a speaker, a coach, someone out there, there's another speaker, coach, entrepreneur that's out there not drinking, and they have an advantage of you. And I want to give you the alcohol free advantage. I want you guys to go out there and have the joy of missing out on all these things in your life: hangover, shame, guilt, all that time you wasted. I don't want you guys to waste any more time. I want you to have that, get rid of this long-term cost and put better things in place with your life, so that you can move forward and get to where you want to go. So this is the drinking habit loop. I decided to make a little video of this, because a lot of people go through this unconsciously, right? There's a difference between reacting and responding to your life. If you just react to this unconscious loop of drink, short-term reward, long-term cost, drink, short-term reward, long-term cost, and you're stuck in Groundhog Day, you're never going to escape this, because you don't know how to escape. And that's what my programs do. That's what I teach people. I teach people how to escape this system, this loop, this Groundhog Day that you're having. And I teach you how to have the alcohol-free advantage of of living a life where you don't alcohol is no longer relevant, and then you can actually go out there and do the things you need to do, live your life with passion and purpose, and get to where you want to go. So I just wanted to uncover this drinking habit loop with you guys. We're going to cover more of it as the videos go on. We also have the Sober Morning Reset Challenge, which is closed for October, but we're going to be opening up again in November. So if you guys want to jump in there and over over 30 days, we'll uncover these habit loops. We'll uncover what's going on with your triggers. We'll uncover what the short term, long term costs are, and we'll continue just building on this so you can reset, rewire, rebuild, and reclaim your life without getting stuck in this loop. Because this loop is the worst thing, especially for high performers, because a lot of times we don't see these long term costs because we haven't hit rock bottom yet. But they are costing you things. There is cost every time you have a drink and have this short term reward. There is a cost to it, and you don't want to have that cost add up till that you have this big explosion of something really really bad happening in your life. So, anyways, guys, that's the drinking habit loop that I've seen over and over, time and time again. And once I was conscious of this, I was able to change it with better habits, better things, put better things in place in my life. So, thank you guys so much for listening. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We do this every single day. I'm all about bringing awareness to your drinking habits so we can change them and not only quit drinking or eliminate that need to drink, but live a life worth living with passion and purpose and have that alcohol-free advantage so you can go out there and kick some butt in business and in life. So anyways, guys, have such a meaningful day. I'll see you guys in the next video.